Welcome to Heath Riles BBQ. Today on Shooting the Q, we're going to be knocking out one of my favorite meals. It's going to be a roasted garlic and herb chicken on the Traeger grill. Let's get started. Alright, the first thing I did to get this recipe started, I took 2 sticks of salted, softened butter. I added 1 1/2-ounce pack of poultry blend herbs that I got from my local Kroger here, which contains thyme, sage, and rosemary. I chopped it up really fine after I pulled it all off the stem, so it wasn't a lot. I would say about a tablespoon and a half when I got done. Maybe, well, probably closer to 2 tablespoons. I added 1 tablespoon of my garlic butter rub, a 1/2 tablespoon of my simple citrus rub, and juice of 1/2 of a lemon. I mixed it all up real good. It's real softened, and all I want to do is set it to the side. Second thing I want to do, I've got a whole 5-pound chicken. You do between 5 and 6 pounds. It's more than enough to feed a family of 3 to 4. First thing I want to do is turn my chicken over. I'm going to go right in here on the bottom end, and I want to get this backbone out of here because I want to spatchcock it. I just want to come right down it. You can take a knife or shears, whatever, poultry shears, whatever you want to use. I'm going to come down this side and keep getting it out of there. Now, once I get it out of there, I want to go ahead and I want to trim some of this excess fat off of here. So I'm going to spin it around, make sure it's all cleaned out, make sure you get your giblets and all that out of there. Now you can go down here and you can take a knife and you can separate this right here. I'm just going to take my scissors and kind of pinch it right there. It's really good. Now, that kind of breaks it loose. And then when I turn it over, I'm going to be able to take and lay this bird out right here and kind of mash it down. Now, you see these hanging on right here, this loose skin? I'm going to peel a little bit of that off. Turn them thighs out. Get a little bit of that off of there. Now, that's pretty much all I'm going to do to this bird right here. So, the next thing I'm going to do is take this glove off so I don't get juice everywhere. And I'm going to kind of set this to the side right here. Now, what I want to do is, I'm going to take my softened butter, I'm going to take another sheet pan. Now, when I take this sheet pan here, I want to make a little bit of olive oil on the sheet pan and kind of smear it around with this glove here. And the reason I'm doing that, I'm just getting a little bit on there, a few tablespoons to kind of just where nothing sticks to the pan. That way it makes cleanup a little bit easier. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get my chicken over here. Now, first thing I'm going to do is go on the back end. I'm going to take a little bit of my everyday rub. Come with a little bit of it, salt, pepper, garlic. If you don't like mine or don't have it, you can always use something else. And then I'm going to use a little bit of my simple citrus. Just got some lemon, some garlic in it, or more garlic anyway, and a little bit of citrus flavors. And of course I'm going to come back with a little bit of my garlic butter. Now, once I do that and pat it in, I want to take this softened butter right here and go on the back of this. You see I can scoop it out here and just kind of, I'm going to help smear it on with my hands here. Just want to go in it. Get a little bit of that on that skin and on the chicken itself. Just kind of pat it around. Now, once I get that how I like it, I'm going to turn it back over. Alright. Now, I'm going to do this in a little bit of a different order this time. I'm going to go ahead and start rubbing this butter on. Now, I really want to get it on here really good. A lot of it's going to, of course, melt off of there. Now, when you get it on here real good, I'm going to keep putting it on here. We'll come right back and we'll throw a little bit of seasoning on it. Alright, now that we've got our chicken here and we've got some of the garlic butter and smeared on top of it the best we could. The key to this is to keep the chicken really cold, and I'll be honest, I let it set out a few minutes while we were getting everything ready. So it'll be a lot easier if you keep your chicken ice cold. I've got my veggies here. You can see where I sliced my carrots down. I've quartered my onions, and I've got my small potatoes here. Now I want to take a little bit of olive oil, get on some onion, get on some carrots, get on some potatoes. Now, first thing I want to do, my potatoes, I'm going to put a little bit of citrus rub on them, a little bit of citrus rub on my onions, and a little bit on my carrots. Now I'm going to put a little bit of my everyday rub on the potatoes and the onions and that. But garlic butter I'm gonna come back to with a little bit on each one. Now basically I just want to toss them around and get them coated in the olive oil and the seasoning. Now once I've done that, you can start laying them around and getting them ready to roast on your pan here. And you can arrange them any way you want. Now I will tell you, if you put them on top of the bird, on top of your vegetables, it seems like the vegetables don't cook as good, especially on bigger carrots and stuff, so you have to be careful with that. Now I'm going to take some of these lemons here and kind of lay around here. Go and get these potatoes in here around this chicken. You just get them on here the best way you can. And of course it'll always help if you use a bigger pan. These are the biggest ones I had here. Now I'm going to lay some onions here on top of some of these potatoes. Lay a few more lemon down. Get everything on here like I want. Now, once I do that, I'm going to clean my hands first. Now, once I get everything layered on this sheet pan here, I want to go ahead and put a little more of this simple citrus on top of my chicken. Just a good little light coat to get on top, coming back. I'm going to go ahead and layer a little bit more on everything here. Now, I'm going to come back also with a little bit of garlic butter on top of that chicken. And that's it. I'm going to call it a day. Now I want to get it on my Traeger grill at 325 degrees, and today I'm actually using pecan pellets in my smoker. We're going to get it on there and we're going to let it go to the breast, get it internal of about 165 degrees. Our vegetables should be done and we'll have a perfect dinner tonight. Alright, now that we've got our chicken on and our vegetables on the sheet pan, all we want to do is shut our grill. And I'm cooking today on the Traeger Timberline. You can see that full sheet pan that I'm using takes up a majority of it. Now, once you get it on, you want to leave the grill shut, of course. You can go ahead and stick your thermometer in it if you want. I'm going to let mine run about 45 minutes before I probe it and see where it's at, and that'll kind of tell me how much longer I have to go and check the tenderness on my vegetables. Let's get going. Alright, our chicken is finally done. It's cooked almost 2 hours before it hit the 165 mark. You can see our veggies got roasted really good. Everything turned out fabulous. The compound butter that we made, we'll have the recipe down in the link down below. The juices are running clear. It turned out phenomenal. These potatoes and onions and carrots that I cut up, the lemon, everything turned out great. I did throw another half a lemon on here, and the only thing I want to do is honestly squeeze a little bit of that lemon juice on this before we start. I would say this is a complete meal for a family of 3 to 4 easy. If you're a heavy eater like me, I could probably eat half of the chicken, but I'm not. Now the only thing left to do is taste this chicken. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get me a piece of this breast meat. Oh, I wish y'all could smell this. It smells so great. Wow, that chicken is moist, it's juicy, it's tender, it's right where it should be. Our veggies are good and done. Great. This chicken is juicy, it's tender, the veggies are done, everything's great. I can't wait to make me a plate tonight and have dinner. I hope you like what we're doing here on our channel, Shooting the Q. And if you do, please like and subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends. We'll be putting out weekly recipes moving forward. Thank you. I appreciate it.